Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, I had started recording your video, and the information that was coming through was so good that I've kept the cards. I've had to start again. I didn't have my mic and you wouldn't have been able to hear me. So this week, what I was saying is your key to the week is the death card. And I don't feel like this is an actual death. I don't feel like it's a person. This week, I actually feel like this relates to an aspect of yourself, part of your psyche, maybe an outdated thought process or thought form, maybe an old belief, maybe an old limit, maybe an upper limit that you have reached that you are ready to surpass. There's something about you this week that you are ready to allow to come to its natural end. And this is you doing this by choice. It's about making a conscious decision to let something in your world, to let something in your life come to its natural end. And by doing so, we allow that energy that was taken up with something else that wasn't really serving us. We free that energy up internally in order to put it to better use for the things that we truly do want. And what I said in the previous video was it's a culminative experience that will propel you forward. And the reason I say that is because when I was looking at this card previously, I saw like a snake split in two to reveal like a shining human being. And I kind of see that as you this week, Taurus. This is going to be about you really coming through. Now, in your actions and options, you have the Queen of Swords. And this week it looks like you are fighting a battle. This may be a battle that you have fought before. It might be a challenging conversation that needs to be had. Now, usually the Queen of Swords would be an air sign person, so an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, but can very often represent an older, sometimes cantankerous kind of person. Somebody that always gives us the challenge, somebody that always nitpicks over what we do. It can be that kind of boss that's always on your back. It's like, stop biting my back, dude, like off. It could be maybe it's a parent that's always nitpicking and telling you what you're doing wrong, or maybe talking bad to you. It could be a friend, it could be a colleague, just somebody that constantly bashes you. And this week it's kind of like you're saying, no, you know what, usually I just kind of sit back, I bite my tongue, and I let you get away with this crap, but it's not happening this time. It's not happening here in this moment. And this week you're going to shut them down. So it's kind of like you take on that Queen of Swords energy, and this week you're saying, no, you know what, I've had enough, and if you're not going to act accordingly or treat me better, you're not going to have any interaction with me with me or from me at all. This week you are having that fight, you are having that battle, not like a fisticuffs fight, at least I hope not, but you're ready for that battle, and this time you're not backing down, which I love. Then on top of that, you have the Chariot card for your communications and conversations. This I actually feel like relates to something that you've already put the finishing touches on, something that you may have already released out into the world. Maybe you are waiting for a result from something that you put forward, from something that you presented, maybe something that you built and have now released out into the world. Maybe something to do with your work or your job. The fact that you have, the Chariot card, remember the Chariot card can be, it's quite fast, it's quite dynamic, it's quite powerful energy. It's it's a very much an energy of driving things forward and driving things very, very quickly. Couple this with the Queen of Swords, you could come across a little bit this week. You could be so self-confident and so assured in yourself. I know a lot of you are like, finally, it's nice to get that back, right? Because I know you guys have been through, you're going through this massive metamorphosis with Uranus moving through your sign, whether it's your sun, your moon, or your ascendant. With Uranus moving through the sign of Taurus, if you're a sun, moon, or ascendant Taurian, you're going to be feeling this. And remember, it's changing you from the depths. It takes 7 years to move through your sign. So it's changing everything that you believed, everything that you value as a Taurus, everything that you perceive and believe is a part of your world on a daily basis is now starting to shift, is now starting to change. And with that is going to come this renewed sense of confidence and ability and surety in what you can do and how, you know, what you're saying and how you show up. This week you could, you could be so sort of like on it. You could be so almost like to the point of being aggressive. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I actually, because Taurus is a very slow, steady energy. So for people to see that side of you where you're like, bam, 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 let's get it done. We're going in, right? Usually it's kind of like that ball in a china shop and then I'm going to have like a massive long rest. Whereas this week, I kind of feel like it's just going to be this relentless push to get everything that you want to get done. And also, when you get a satisfactory result this week, I feel like it, rather than you being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, you're going to be like, great, okay, what's next? Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, yeah, I already knew that I'd passed that. I already knew this was coming. I'm not stopping to even pat myself on the back. I'm just, what's next? What's next on the agenda? For your money and materials, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this week, your car or your vehicle may have some sort of issue that will need to be repaired, that will need to be looked at. Why do I say that? You've got the Knight of Pentacles. Very often talks about your car or the vehicle that you own, but it's with the Chariot card. That is specifically a vehicle of some sort, right? So this week you want to watch that. If you have a car, if you're financing a car, your vehicle may end up costing you some extra or ad hoc money this week. So just something for you to be aware of. On another level, that Chariot card suggests that whatever it is that you have won, whatever it is that you've done satisfactorily or successfully, the financial boost will be there. It will come from that. It might not necessarily be a payout this week, but it's where you get the yes to say, yeah, you know what, that money's going to come through. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, it looks like home's going to be very busy this week. And what I would say to you on that front, try to find a way to try to find a way to, because you're going to be quite this week, and you want to you want to find a way to temper that while you're in the home, because you could find that you're feeling or being extra stubborn this week. All right, so just something to be aware of. For your physical health and vitality, health looks good. It is underneath the Queen of Swords, so this week it's going to be important that you don't allow don't allow somebody else's perception of how you look to get the better of you. And if you do have any health stuff that you need to be aware of, it's probably going to be in your knees. So just look after those. And then finally, for your love and relations, you have the Tower card. Remember, the Tower card, the love and relations isn't just about partners and relationships. It can be the wider family as well. People that you relate to, people that you're connected to. This Tower card right underneath that Chariot, I feel sorry for anybody that tries to cross you this week, because they will get so much more than they bargain for. There's a lot of energy here, a lot of energy indeed. For those of you that are partnered, it looks like you guys have got some spontaneous news on its way in. Now, it is going to come to, it's kind of like there's something coming to an end this week, and that's going to be one aspect of this. But straight out of that, or as to metamorphosize on it, there's going to be some amazing news that comes in really suddenly. It was just going to be like really quick, and you're going to be like, wow, okay, you know what, this is great. What do we do with it? For those of you that are single, this week you could be meeting somebody by complete chance, but you are meeting this person either on your travels or on the road in some aspect. You won't be meeting this person in your usual localities or vicinity. This is going to be somebody that you meet out there, and it could be a very polarizing character. This could be somebody that either rubs your friends the wrong way, or You know, maybe a friend or a family member says like, wow, you know, I can't, what is it that you see in this person? Because they're not your usual type. But either which way, whenever we break the mold, right, the Tower card is Uranian energy, and we talked about that. So enjoy it. It looks like a really powerful week for you guys. I mean, I won't be crossing any of my Taurus people this week, that's for sure. Not that I do anyway, but you get my point. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.